Claudia here from my great challenge.blogspot.com. This is day 5 of my great decluttering and home office makeover. Today I am tackling the file folder cabinet. I talked about it in my video yesterday. This is probably going to be a 2-day process for me. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I was studying in the morning. I really don't think I'm going to have time to finish this in 4 hours. Doubt it. So I'm using the viewables by Smead. I don't know if they're still available. I'm assuming you can still find them online. I picked those because they are 3D, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday. Unfortunately for me, I only found 1 pack in the clearance bin at Staples, and I've never been able to find them again. Well, I did, but they were like $35, so no way I'm paying that for file folders. What is that? Something on the computer. Anyway, so I made a list already of the categories that I want in my file folder cabinet. Unfortunately, it's way more than 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is read the instructions and see how to build those. Then I have to create a color coding. I'm not going to get you through the entire process, so I'll see you in a little bit after I figure out how to do these. My printer's still connected, so I'm going to be able to print them. Hopefully I have ink. And the cabinet itself is still full, and I'm going to give you a quick peek at what it looks like, trying to not show some, personal stuff, but you can see that there once was some kind of organization that just went totally on the side of the road. Same thing here. So my goal is to have this cabinet into 2 compartments. On top is going to be the current stuff. Say, for instance, car insurance, medical insurance, bills, things like that. Or the school information for the kids, what else? Information about the banks, things of that nature. In the bottom drawer, I'm going to do the archives. And in the archives is going to be all of the important documents, birth certificates, marriage licenses, baptism, passports, tax information, life insurance information, the mortgage, like the big contract you have to sign for 3 hours when you buy a house. All of that stuff is going to go in there. And yeah, and the tax documents all the way in the back, because you got to keep about 7 years worth of tax documentation. So that's the goal. I have to figure out which of those categories. So I've already put like top, drawer, current, all of this stuff. And then bottom part right here. So obviously I'm going to do probably 13 on the top and 12 at the bottom, if that makes sense. And yeah, so let me do the whole process, print them, whatever. Once I have them ready, then I'll start emptying this. And remember, I got to transfer all of the stuff I had pre-sorted already to make it much easier for me. So that's why I'm saying it's going to take me a good 2 days to do this. Alright, so I'm on Amazon right now, and they still sell them for $14.99 instead of $26.40. So no, $28.49. Okay, so I'll put the link down below if you're interested in these. It comes with a software, obviously, as a template. You get 32 of those, and the reason why I picked this is because it is 3D. So when you print the label, you're going to see your category here, and then you can put in all of your subcategory at the bottom, and then you color code on the top with the name of your category, and you do the same thing in the back. So when you pull out your drawer, you can see your categories from the top, from the front, and from the back. Like when you have your drawer pulled this way. We'll demonstrate when it's done, I guess. All right, so then you get the labels, which are pretty much 1 inch by 3 inches, it looks like. Labels, you get 2 sheets of that. and then you get the plastic things that you put over them to kind of like protect them, I guess, from, smudges, whatever. Quite frankly, I could go without this because you can use packing tape and that would do exactly the same. So they give you more of these. You get 25 labels, but you get 32 of those. So I'm probably going to be able to make my own labels after a while. And then you can also buy those separately if you need to. So let me insert the software. I'll figure it out and then I'll show you the result. Alright, so I already figured out how that works, and I gotta say this is pretty cool. Alright, so this is what your label looks like, basically. So you're gonna have this part right here that's on the top. This is in the front with the listing, so you have your main label. and then this is the part that shows in the back, right? So I've already created a whole bunch, and I'm not going to show you the other one because obviously this personal information. So basically what you do is that you just put in new label, you choose the color. I pick green for everything that has to do with money that needs to be paid. So now I'm going to pick another color because we're going to do insurances. So insurances, we're going to keep them in, I guess that would be red. All right, so you already pick something and you write down insurance. No, actually this is for cars. So we're going to put cars, right? Put a capital C, and repairs. Okay, so I got to kind of fix it, but you see how that works? And then to have the stuff underneath, I'm going to make up models. Let's just say I have a, you know, we're going to put a Chevy, so we're going to put the Chevrolet, right? So that would show up right there. You see that? So that would be your subcategories. And then you can put the all the brands or whatever, and that would be your subcategories. So when you have like a big green folder like this, whatever subcategories you have, you just put them there on that main label, and whatever you get on that main label is basically whatever manila folder you're gonna have in there. You get the point? So basically I gotta redo this one because I don't like the way it looks, but you get the idea. It's actually pretty easy to use, and I kind of redid all of my labels. I'm gonna have enough. I did 25 labels. I think I can fit everything now. The problem is the color coding. You know, I'm not really like trying to get all that specific about it, but I do change colors for categories. I don't think I'm going to have what it takes to make a, whatever you call it, a color key, I guess. Alright, so I'm just going to print those. I can always add categories if I need to. I got to figure out which way you put that into the printer. That did not work out at all. Look at the way this came out. Some of them don't even have color. I mean, I know I'm running out of blue ink. It's kind of weird how it came out. Alright, well, I have all 25 of them. I'm still going to use them.
Can you open this?
Yes.
My fingers are kind of weak.
How was school?
Good.
Did you feed your fish?
Yes, it did in the morning.
Okay, good. Does it need to be fed twice?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
At night.
At night?
Yeah.
Alright, see ya.
Once in the morning, once at night.
Hey, you got karate today?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let me put them together. I'm not happy with the color at all. But I'm going to have to go with it because I don't have those labels and I'm not about to go and buy new ones. So it is what it is. Now because this was supposed to be green and I'm running out of blue, it came out yellow. Oh well, let me empty this of all the junk that's in there, and I'm going to start installing my folders and my sub tabs and start putting everything back together. Alright, so I have all of my top drawer, which is the current stuff, done. I really didn't like the fact that some of the stuff misprinted because I'm running out of ink. But I do have plenty of black ink, so since I had some labels that were left over, I went ahead and just reprinted them in black and white, because that way I can just find them right away. It doesn't look too bad. It's not ideal, but quite frankly, the color coding is not something that matters to me at all. So I already put the plastic cover over it, so these are kind of like protected. So as you can tell, I'm going to put my finger here so you can see the whole thing. You can look at them from the front, from the top, and from the back as well. I personally like it a lot. I think it's much better for me to have them all on one side. It doesn't bother me that I have black and white and not color code. Again, I don't use color code. So yeah, that's not something that makes a difference for me. But you know, if you have ink in your printer, unlike me, obviously you can choose to do all of your finances in green and all of the schooling or the insurances in purple, or you know, if that helps you. I put them by alphabetical order, so that's not a big deal for me. I can still find things relatively easily because it's not a lot of folders and they are labeled and in alphabetical order. So yeah, I think this is going to work for me. I like these. These are the Smead viewables. Let me put the rest of the plastic stuff on them and then tackle the bottom one, and then all I have to do is put things back in because, as you know, I pre-sorted already. Okay, I have all of the little plastic. I don't know if you can see any kind of shine on it. Can you see it? Okay, so this is done. I'm actually liking the way this look very much. I'm not crazy about, you know, the little mix of color. You know what? I probably would like it better if it was all black and white, because it's just not distracting. And I know, again, a lot of people like color coding, but for me, it's just, it doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is that I have a lot of those and black ink. So whatever subcategory I've created at the bottom of those tabs here, you know, like the name of the banks, things I can't show you. I can show schooling for it, for instance, like those categories, right? Well, actually, it would just say schooling, so it would be stuff for Edward, William, Scott, and Sophia. Or if you go to IRS, you would get the future year, the current year, the past year. So in this folder here, I would have three folders, three manila folders, one the future, one for current, and one for the past year. So that would be one that we just paid for or claimed in 2013 would be in here. Next year, it would move down to the archives, right? So for each one of them, like for instance, if you got pets, I have a category for veterinary bills and documents, and then miscellaneous information, like the adoption information, things like this, or purchases, whatever. I would have two folders in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and create all of those labels here that are going inside these file holders. And then just to give you a quick tip here, this one here at the end was going all the way up here, so when you open you couldn't really see it. So what I did is that I put two small binder clips right here, so that way it kind of stops the folder from moving forward. So just a quick hint. And I don't know how interesting this video is, but because I'm working in a process, I want to have this done by the time we're done with this office. That way, when we're moving everything back in, that particular file cabinet is already taken care of. I don't want to move into a brand new office with everything organized, and then I got to pull out paper, and I got to print labels, and I got to, you know, reorganize a file folder. That doesn't make any sense to me. I need this thing to be taken care of. Once it's done, I put it in the guest bedroom, finish this whole office, and then bring it back in, and we're ready to go. We're just functioning 100% on, you know, on target with everything we need to have being taken care of already. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me do those labels, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to do them in black and white, because that works for me. I prefer black and white. It's just the contrast for me works. It's not confusing. I can find things right away. Well, it took about an hour and a half. I have every single folder labeled properly. I don't have the ones that go on the left for some reason. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, it's written in here. On the big tab, they are corresponding in here. So if you were to do this with the Smead viewables like these, you can also, in the software they provide you, do those particular labels. And what they do is that you have to buy the specific stickers, and the stickers go all the way around, so that way you can see them from the back and from the front. And let's just say like all your medical stuff is purple, you would have a bar here that is purple, so you would be able to have the folders in purple matching the viewable tab. Now if you really want to get fancy, you can also get purple folders or hanging purple folders. Quite frankly, I could not care less. I just want to find my stuff. That's it. All right, bottom drawer is done. I've already started putting stuff in. And here are all the labels that I've made, and then I realized that I'm probably gonna need more. I had one in particular, which is this one. There's nothing in it yet because we never did our, you know, documents, but we will. So I basically created that one with cardboard and put it on paper. I had a little bit left of those clear stickers, so yeah, it's working out for me. I can find it, and that is that. So this is what I did today. It's going to be filled up real fast, let me tell you. So you see some of it is already a little bit gone. I still have to go through all of this here, some of it over there, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm done for the day. I'll come back tomorrow and finish, so you can see that in a few seconds. I'm really not sure if you're getting anything out of this video, but I said I was going to do it. It does feel much better though, because I know where my stuff is. And some of it I'm going to have to declutter and remove as I'm putting things together, because I'm realizing that there's some stuff in there that's from like 1998. I probably will never refer back to it. So unless it's super mad important, like it's a signed document or something like this, I'm going to keep it. Otherwise, it's going to go to the shredder. I like those Smead viewables. I think they're attractive and they really do make everything much easier to find, if you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'll see you in a bit, which will be tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. It's Friday, late afternoon, almost 5 o'clock. I studied all morning. I didn't change clothes, who cares? And this is real life. I'm gonna do one of those accelerated, you know, fast motion thing with music, because now I have everything that I had left on the floor, plus my 40 pounds worth of temporary files to put into this file folder cabinet or file cabinet. It's already pre-sorted, so it shouldn't take too long, but I'm concerned that there's going to be some categories I'm gonna find that are not in there. So at that point I'll have to figure out what to do. I am not buying new tabs. I'm gonna have to create them myself, but anyway, gotta do what you gotta do. Once I'm done with that process, I will make a key sheet, like I said, that is not color-coded, but just a list of the things that I need. And that's going to go into plastic sleeves, since I have 128 worth of them. That's going to go right here on the top of each drawer. I'll show you when I get there, with a list of everything and where to find it. Alright, let me get started. Well, I am done. It took, how long have you played? You run for what, an hour?
Yeah.
He ran for an hour, so it took about an hour. I am done. This is completely empty. I have a bunch of manila folders that are spare, but all of those have been emptied. This is just Scott's stuff. I want him to go through it and figure out what he wants to keep and not keep. So here's the top one, and for some obvious reason I've masked some stuff because it's not like you need to know what kind of car I have. So anyway, all the stuff is in here, okay, and then at the bottom it's even heavier because that's all the house contracts and stuff. So same thing here, I had to mask something so you don't see it, but anyway, you got all of the information here and it's done. This thing is pretty full. I'm concerned that I may need something bigger eventually. It is pretty full. And then there's something else I didn't think about. I got a bug bite here. I don't know. Here's something else I didn't think about. And you comment down below if you thought about it before I did what I just did. I can't move it now. It's full. I should have filled that up in the guest bedroom, but then again I would not have been able to bring it back. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to do some kind of temporary platform or something where I can maybe roll this thing out. It doesn't have wheels. I should see if I can put casters underneath it, because that would be really, really practical. And because it's gonna go underneath my countertop right here. So I just can't move the stupid thing now because it's too heavy. I'm sure I could. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, 45, 50 pounds maybe. It's just dumb. I should have thought about that. But anyway, nobody's perfect, I guess. But I like the way it looks. I mean, you know, all the stuff, it doesn't have to be beautiful. It's got to be practical. That's all I need. But again, I think that we're gonna have to buy another one. So it'd be cool if I had one on either side. If I get another one, it would have to be pretty much a 2-drawer, and maybe split everything into current on one side and archives in the other. But for now, I think I can still fit some stuff. I don't feel that I need to keep more than 3 months worth of past bills, not past due, but past bill. Like, for instance, right now it's February, so I would keep obviously the February, January, December, and maybe November bill. But bills from last year, I don't think I need to keep that. That's excessive paperwork. Same thing with the statement from the bank, that kind of stuff you can get online. Matter of fact, you can get most of your bills online now. But so eventually what I'm probably going to do is remove all those bills, because most of what I'm doing now is on the computer, and probably just print out confirmation. What you need, babe? Don't you have to take a shower?
I'll do it later.
What? Why later? Why are you looking at me like later? Busted! Why do you want to do it later?
Because I just finished up my run. I need some time to relax. You know?
Okay, how long did you run?
About 1 hour.
About an hour?
Yeah.
How many miles?
I think it's 5, like,
It's 4.7 something, right?
yeah, 4.7.
Okay, do you like it?
Nah. Well, I mean, I like what happens after it, the whole relaxation part, but the running part of it, not so much.
Not so much. Why do you want to run?
I'm kind of being bullied almost, or I was being bullied.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, I wanted to just start exercising,
Okay.
so I started running.
Okay. And do you think it's helping you?
Yes, it is.
All right, how so?
Well, Mom, you can't make gestures telling me to focus on your eyes when there's a...
No, I'm trying to
What-
get
what-
you to look over here and not at me.
Oh. So what was
Silly.
the question?
Did you see any improvement? Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I suppose. What?
Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay. All right. Hold on. We're going to do that interview style. So, Edward, did you see any improvement since you started running?
First of all, don't hold it. You can drop it. Glass can fall all over the place. It could hit my leg.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay.
Improvements?
Yes.
What kind of improvements?
Mostly in my calf muscles,
Yeah?
like right here. None.
Yeah?
It's just.
Yeah, we know where a calf is. Okay.
Ow. Wow.
Where else? Move over a little bit.
All right.
Where else?
I don't know.
That's it?
Pretty much.
Okay. So, do you like running or not? So, do you like running or not?
Yeah, I do. I guess.
Okay. He was not paid for this interview. Have a good night.
You better pay me.
All right. Bye. Fun with Edward. Okay, so what was I talking about before you interrupted me?
Stuff
Stuff. Okay.
about stuff.
Yes. Whoops, you're right. It did fall. All right, so most of the stuff in here, I can probably pare down again at a little time, because I don't need to keep, you know, a gazillion bag bills and things like that. But anyway, this was the most gruesome, horrible, tiring. That's for your brother's birthday.
I know, but he just took off part of it. Like, this says, please remove tab.
Nah, don't worry about it. I got it. All right, so anyway, this was really the one task I was not looking forward to do, but it's done. It is done. The only thing I have to do now, but the little guy is on the computer, is that key I was telling you about. So if I take one of those plastic sleeves, basically what happens is that I just put a plastic sleeve right here, right? And when you open the drawer, you have the key inserted in it, and it tells you everything that needs to be there. Though, quite frankly, since I'm the one who put this thing together, if anybody's looking for something, I can probably find it in less than 15 seconds, because it's pretty much organized by alphabetical order and dated. So anyway, I think I'm going to stop here because I've worked... What are you doing?
getting the knife that was on the floor.
Oh, there was a knife.
Yeah, my knife.
Mm-hmm.
That I got for Christmas and ended up stabbing myself right here.
Oh, okay.
By accident.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
I know. All right.
It was the thing with the
Squirrel, getting all scattered here. I am done with this. I don't want to touch it anymore. I am done. So, tomorrow I am in school until 4 o'clock or so in the afternoon.
You're a schoolgirl.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd. I'm in school again tomorrow, and pretty much every Saturday in February and some Saturdays in March, to include all the stuff I'm doing in the morning here on the online classes. So Saturday when I come back, I don't think I'm going to do anything, but Sunday I'm going to finally tackle the husband's shelves and move all of this stuff. That means that, and remember the stuff is hiding in the back. So that means that Monday I'm taking a break. So Tuesday I'll come back and remove all the shelves and do the spackling. So technically I should be able to start painting Wednesday or Thursday of next week, and that's really, really exciting because that means this room is complete. I finally gutted it out. Well, almost. As of Sunday night, it will be gutted out. It took 1 entire week. All right, so I hope you didn't mind the process of me doing the file folder cabinet or the file cabinet, whichever way you want to call it. I know it was not the most fascinating video of the series, but I promised I was going to show you the entire process. So maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't, maybe you stopped after 2 minutes. I don't blame you. It is dreadful to go through as a person doing it for themselves. I can't imagine what it must be like to watch somebody doing it on TV or on your computer, wherever you're watching me right now. So the bottom line is, as I said, I wanted you to see the entire process so you get an idea of how long it takes to gut out a room like this and to reorganize everything before you bring everything back into the room, because that's really the whole method I'm using here. If you're watching this video for the first time, I'm gutting out my entire home office. We started with that corner over there, took everything down, kind of reorganized, trashed a lot of stuff, donated a lot of stuff. I'm still putting stuff for sale. I haven't done it yet, but you know, I'm still collecting things here and there. But I wanted to show you a whole process, and so you get an idea of how long it would take for you if you have a home office and you want to do the same thing, or any other room for that matter. So, including Sunday, when I'm finishing all of the takedown of Scott's stuff, it would be just about an entire week to empty out a room and reorganize everything. So that gives you kind of like a time frame if you're trying to do that project for yourself, okay? So this was Sophia and Edward. Come here, hon. From mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com. Like and subscribe if you are new, and we will talk to you later. Bye!